Okay, in this tabletop review, I'm going to be discussing the Troy Industries Medieval Flash Suppressor Muzzle Brake. This is available from numerous online sources, roughly $30–$35, give or take. It ships in this POP hang packaging right here, and it also ships with a crush washer. So this is the front and the rear. Little blurb about the device. Talks about limited lifetime warranty, has some installation instructions, and it is part number SSUP-MED-05BT-00. So let me take it out of this packaging and we'll take a look at it. Okay, this is the Troy Medieval Muzzle Brake Flash Suppressor out of the packaging. It is about 2¼ inches long, so you could use this to extend a 14.5-inch barrel to make it 16 inches if you were to pin and weld this. This does not ship with a pre-drilled hole. If you were so inclined to do that, you would have to drill it out, drill a hole to pin this. This is made out of some sort of high density tool steel. It's not the easiest to drill. I've actually tried drilling one of these before, so keep that in mind. You definitely want a titanium or a cobalt type of drill bit, and preferably a drill press and some patience to get a decent hole drilled in this. You can see that it is a black phosphate type of finish, a flat black that matches most barrels. At least from what I've seen, it matches pretty well. You have some aggressive diamond type cutting at the top here, which is designed to aid you if you were so inclined to use your rifle to break a car window or something of that nature. That's the purpose of the aggressive diamond cutting on the end of it. So right down on the front is the Troy logo, and you can see that instead of your normal holes that you would see on many brakes, you've got a machined channel on the top, and that same type of channel is machined on the left side and the right side with nothing on the bottom. And then of course there's some machining lines going all the way around, which may, I'm not sure the purpose of that. It could very well be to aid in installing a slip-on sound suppressor. I'm not even sure if this is compatible with a slip-on sound suppressor, but so I'm just kind of guessing at why that texturing is there. So installation of this is pretty simple. You can use a crescent wrench or an armorer's tool to install it. Installation definitely would be benefited by some moly grease on the end of it and proper torque specifications, 20 to 30 foot-pounds of torque. These ship with crush washers because they need to be aligned specifically to work correctly. So that's something you want to keep in mind, that you're going to want to use the crush washer. Since it is a brake, they do need to be aligned correctly. I don't have any issues with the fit and the finish of this. Just for a little background, I was first exposed to these types of brakes by Troy when I purchased some Troy upper receivers. They shipped with these pre-installed. I did do some shooting with the Troy upper receiver with this medieval muzzle brake flash suppressor installed, and it does function as claimed as a muzzle brake. It does reduce muzzle climb, felt recoil. I also noticed that people on either side of me were not offended by the sound of it, which some muzzle brakes are really loud if you're standing on the side of somebody shooting one. And this did not appear to be very loud to the people standing on either side of me. So that's a positive for a muzzle brake. Now, as to the claims of it being a flash suppressor, well, I personally use dedicated flash suppressors like the Vortex, and you get little to no visible flash out of those. This has a lot more flash than, say, a Vortex. But a Vortex is a dedicated flash hider. This is not. This is a muzzle brake / flash suppressor. I also tried just the A2 birdcage, and the A2 birdcage has less flash than this. So if you're going to buy one of these, buy it for what it does best, which is function as a muzzle brake. It's just not really good at suppressing the flash. It's better than nothing on your barrel. I mean, I've shot my rifle with nothing on the end of the barrel, and there's a large flash that comes out of it. With this on it, the flash is much smaller. So in that sense, it is reducing the flash. But when you start comparing this to even the cheapest other items on the market, like the A2 birdcage, it doesn't reduce the flash as much. Something to keep in mind. That's not my scientific testing. That's just from me being at the range one day and trying on a couple of different devices and playing around with it. And of course, I don't have any video of that because I don't do shooting videos. If you do want to see this device in action, definitely continue searching YouTube. You found my video on YouTube. There are other videos where people actually show these in low light conditions, and you can get an idea what it looks like flash-wise. So in summation, I think for the money, this is a great buy as a muzzle brake. It's aggressive looking. You can use it to pin onto a 14.5-inch barrel to make it a legal 16 inches. The finish is good on it. And if you're definitely more interested in a muzzle brake than a flash suppressor, then this is a good option for you. I can't tell you this is the best muzzle brake on the market because I don't normally run muzzle brakes. But compared to a flash suppressor, it functions very efficiently as a muzzle brake. Unfortunately, I can't compare it to other muzzle brakes. So hopefully this helps you somewhat in making up your mind on if you're going to purchase this item.